Good day at Mount Parkpoint Health Club, Sonoma. Today we're going to do what I call super abs. So this is going to be an abdominal workout. We're going to do this in 3 parts. We're going to do a floor work part of this. We're going to use a physio ball, and then we're going to use some of my suspension training tools in order to do a little more advanced workout with your abdominal muscles. Things we want to think about with abdominal muscles is we always want these to be engaged. What do I mean by engage? That if I do this, my bicep muscles, my tricep muscles are not engaged. If I tighten up, they're engaged. Same thing with our abdominal muscles. We always want these to be engaged. It doesn't mean we're sucking our belly button to our spine all the time, but what it means is we're keeping our abdominal muscles firm, okay? What we want to do is not just work the rectus abdominis, the pretty muscles that we all get to see, but we want to work the deeper inner core muscles. We want to work everything up underneath in order to accentuate our postural muscles, in order to help our backs feel good and strong, in order that we move well, that we stand erect, okay? So typically when I do a lot of the floor work and the ball work exercises, I like to do things in sets of 100. That's not going to be terribly practical for what we're doing here today. So what we're going to do, most of the things that we're doing here on the floor, the things that we're going to do on the ball, we're going to do in sets of 25. When we get to the more advanced things that we're going to do out on my deck with the suspension work and a little bit of BOSU and dumbbell things, those are going to go into sets of 10. What I would encourage you to do is to work with these exercises, find ways to take what we're doing, integrate them into your own workouts, and then progress to where you start off with maybe 10, 15, 20, 25 repetitions and work toward doing 100 repetitions. When we talk about lying down, which I'm going to do at this point, so right now you can see that I have my head up, my pelvis is actually tilted back a little bit. You can see how that's working. I'm getting my low back flat into the floor. So I'm doing a posterior pelvic tilt, meaning I'm tilting my pelvis back to me. That makes me engage my lower abdominal muscles all the way down into the pelvic floor muscles. With my head being up, meaning I'm resting on my shoulder blades. In order to do a crunch appropriately, we're just coming up off of those shoulder blades. That's all there is to it. With our hands, we're not pulling with our hands, okay? We're letting our head rest in our hands. My elbows are flared out. And we're just gonna do 25 easy crunches, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, you can see that this is not a huge range of motion that we're doing here. All we're doing is engaging the muscles right here. This part of the abdominal muscles is what I was after, okay? Using the lower abdominal muscles to stabilize, using the upper abdominal muscles to stabilize, and then working the middle tract of the abdominal muscles. When people are doing sit-ups and they're doing all the way down, they're doing all the way up, you're mainly working your back, which is not a bad thing. You're really engaging your hip flexors, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I just want to concentrate on working right here. We're just after the central part of our abdominal muscles with most of the work that we're going to be doing today. Our next set, we are going to be working internal, external obliques right here on the sides, because we're going to do a crossover crunch, but we're going to do it very, very simply, okay? So we're going to go ahead and assume our position. This time I'm crossing my left ankle over my right knee. My left arm is out to the side, palm up. My right hand is behind my head, and I'm going to cross over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, shoulders are up, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. You curl up, you curl down. 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you should really be feeling that cross your core, all right? We're going to change our sides. We are now right ankle over left knee. Right arm is going to be out, left hand behind the head. Shoulders are up, and we're going to be crossing over. So we cross up, we uncross, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shoulders up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Those are 2 basic crunches. Straight on crunches, and then crossovers, doing a unilateral cross, working all on one side, then all on the other side. What we're going to do now is called a bicycle crunch, okay? And that is crossing over, right, left, with our knees pulling to the opposite side. When I see people do these in the gym, they go like a bat out of hell. They go, we want to kind of do a little bit of a pause with this, okay? So we're going to work to 25 to each side, meaning each half is 1 repetition. So it'll be right, left, that's 1, right, left, 2, okay? Not 1, 2, 3, 4, all right? So we're going to go ahead and do that. Doesn't matter if you touch, preferably you want to, but if you can't, don't worry about it. My legs are a little bit on the high side. We're not straight out parallel to the floor. We're up high enough that I can keep my low back pressed into the floor. That's very important. If your back is arched and you're trying to do this stuff, your back is going to get tired because you're not engaging the lower abdominal muscles. So we want those legs up so that we're engaging the lower abdominal muscles. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm sure you could see that as we were going along, my knees and my elbows weren't getting as close together anymore. I was getting tired. That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to get a little bit tired. You should really be feeling your abdominal muscles. If you're feeling your neck, you're not supporting it with your hands. If you're feeling your hip flexors too much, that means your legs are a little bit too low. So it's all about body positioning. What feels comfortable to you? Okay, so we're going to take a little pause here. I'm going to reset and we're going to start working with the physio ball. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back and we're going to work with the physio ball now. And we're going to do the next level of what we just did on the floor. So what I'm going to do is start back just a little bit because I'm going to be rolling toward the camera here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to roll out on the ball so that my back is completely supported from the top of my gluteus muscles or the very low bottom part of my back to my shoulder blades. Everything is completely supported on the ball. You'll notice but my knees are wide apart, my feet are flat on the floor, and I'm creating a flat shelf here, okay? We don't want to see our hips down. We don't want to see our hips too high. We don't want to see our head down. We want to be nice and flat. Hands are behind our head. And we're just going to do 25 easy crunches, just like we did on the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't let your hips move. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we roll right back up. Okay, so that's good, easy, simple crunches on the physio ball. One of the other things that I really like to do, which is a great lower abdominal and hip flexor exercise, is have my feet out here, and this is called rock and roll, okay? So I'm gonna roll forward, flatten out, and I'm gonna come back up. Now, I'm up on my heels. I'm not pushing with my legs. I'm pulling and pushing with the lower abdominal muscles. There's 2 and 3. You can really feel it by having your hands here. 4, everything engages. And 5. You'll notice I just did a little adjustment with my feet like I just did there. This ball will travel back a little bit while you're doing this kind of exercise. So you do have to be cognizant of that and be willing to adjust a little bit because you are going to move away. There's 9 and 10, 11 and 12. 13 and 14 and 15 and 16. Really feeling it. 17, we are pulling in. Good, that's the way. And there's 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so just going to roll that ball forward and be back where I want to be so that we can talk a little bit more. When we're doing ball work, one of the reasons that I really like doing ball work is being the next level up, because this is an unstable platform. You're having to engage your obliques, you're having to engage the erector spinae muscles, all of the pelvic floor muscles, as well as all of the upper abdominal muscles up and around the diaphragm and whatnot to stabilize, because it's an unstable platform, all right? So you're gonna work 25% harder when you're working on an unstable platform as opposed to being on something that's supporting your body. Simple, 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 okay? With this, we're going to do a little bit of a crossover work. That can be very, very advanced in terms of, let me give you a little demonstration here. If you're trying to cross your leg over and do crunches this way, that's very advanced for a lot of people. So there's an easier way that we can do that. We're going to take a dumbbell. This happens to be 15 pounds. I'm going to have my feet, both my feet flat, and what I'm going to do is reach up. You can see how I'm going across my body, keeping that platform. Okay, I'm working my obliques while I'm doing this, keeping my head up, maintaining those strong abdominal muscles with the upper right around the diaphragm, keeping my hips even with my shoulders, or at least if they were down flat, keeps the lower pelvic muscles engaged. This press out, it makes me rotate my torso just a tad bit. This is what's making me engage my obliques, okay? The love handles, folks, the love handles. All right, we're at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? We're going to come back up into a sitting position. I'm going to drop the dumbbell. All right, so what we're going to work at now is some lower abdominal exercises. With these, this is a little more advanced. It's a little tougher to do. You can sort of see I have a desk right here. So if you're not initiated to really having your core muscles engaged and being able to do what I'm doing right now, which is just simply to sit on the ball with your feet out in front of you, okay, and balancing. When we talk about core strength, this is core strength, okay? because I'm relaxed, but all those deep inner core muscles are engaged so that I can find my center of gravity, and I can be right here and I can do an exercise. If you're not ready for that yet, have something right here where you can have your hand on, okay? So we're gonna do our 25 leg lifts, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can see I'm moving everywhere, okay? Once we take our body off the floor, our balance now becomes dynamic. This is static balance right now. I'm in complete balance. I'm grounded to the floor. My body doesn't have to find where to be in order to maintain my sitting position. The minute I take my feet up off the floor, whether I'm right here, whether I'm out here, you can see I just sort of rolled forward a little bit with that. Engage, pull those abs, get those hips back underneath you, and voila, okay? You can do all kinds of things in this position. So that now becomes dynamic balance. That means my body is constantly shifting to find its center of gravity, okay? We're gonna do one more exercise. You can't see it in the picture, but I have a chair right off here to the side. I'm gonna turn my ball. I'm gonna start a ways away so that I can roll in, and I have my feet barely on this chair. I'm gonna do 25 crunches this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's an office chair. It's on wheels. If my feet are pressing against that, it's going to roll. That's a good way to learn how to engage your abdominal muscles, just having your feet very, very lightly, okay? If I'm coming forward this way, and I lightly, see what happens? That plopped right down because that was too heavy a foot. Got to be light so that that kind of thing doesn't happen. All right, what we're going to do now is I'm going to put you onto a pause, and I'm going to take you out to the deck, and we're going to go ahead and do some more abdominal work from a suspension standpoint. And we're also going to be using a Bosu ball and a dumbbell down there in order to do some plank work. All right, so we'll be right back. Okay, so here we are out on my deck, and we're going to do some suspension work. This is far more advanced than what we were doing when we were inside. What I'm actually going to be doing is hanging from my straps, and I'm going to do some knee raises, okay? With everything we do here, because of the intensity level, we're only going to do about 10 of everything, all right? So right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's a lot of work. I'm having to engage the entire upper abdominal cavity in order to help support myself and not swing and do straight leg raises. So I'm supporting my entire body weight in order to do that. I'm lifting the weight of my legs. Okay, so what we're going to do now are simple knee raises. A lot easier than what I just did, okay? We're going to touch our feet to the floor, or in this case to the deck each time. Crossing my ankles. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Piece of cake. Bosu ball. All right. What I'm going to do here is a single arm side plank. Just going to hold this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Just to make it easier for you guys to see, moving the ball to the other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. One of the other things that I really like to do, forearm plank on the Bosu. Again, uneven platform, okay? So, right here, and holding it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. I'm going to flip this over. And I'm going to sit here, find that balance point, and we're going to do knee raises, okay? Or I'm going to do in and out. So, sit on the ball, find your balance point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Piece of cake. Now we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to make it a little more difficult. Whew, you can see I'm getting a little winded. We're going to do this by finding that balance point and not holding on and alternating. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's the next step up. I hope you enjoyed this today. This is called Super Abs. Enjoy, be safe, stay home. Hopefully we'll be all seeing each other in a couple of weeks. Bye.